Yes,
By the way, I feel like I'm at the worst Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. Yeah.
Here we are!
We'll have to go around, tell our little story.
you
don't know that you're going to want me back yet either.
Oh,
so...
we're going to want you back. There's not much you can do here.
We'll definitely want you back because we're not going to remember you here. So we're good with that. So anyway, welcome, Mr. Dave. The creator of Undercrude is with us tonight. So he's going to walk us through the game, and we'll see how his drunk fools get through it. He's staying up awfully late. He's where are you from? England? London? Uh-oh.
His voice went away.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Sorry, I muted myself when I was
That's
drinking.
okay.
Yeah, sorry, England, yeah, just north of London. It's UK, yeah.
Just north of London.
Nice. Welcome to the Sandbox Gang. We appreciate you stopping by and giving us this opportunity to show off your work.
Now, real quick, I'm gonna point this out. It looks like Corpulus is staring directly at Mr. Dave.
It does.
He's just sitting there.
It does look like he's
sitting.
Intently listening to him.
It looks like you look like you're looking.
Yeah, we should.
Wait a minute. Here we go.
Is it the right side?
Yeah.
No, you went the wrong side, Dave.
The wrong way.
No.
There it is. There he is. Oh yeah, there he is. He's petting your face. That is awesome.
Corpus, you found your
Corp
match.
has already been petted. This has already started off to be a great stream.
But anyway, let's start it off tonight. As normal, we do the little beer can snap. Anytime you drink alcohol, smoke drugs, or do heroin, please do it responsible. Don't be driving.
Yeah, definitely don't drive.
What the hell, you dog?
Sandbox Gang. We're live.
Now, wait a second. Real quick, before we get started here, the E-Dog, I saw you just cracked a can. Ah, there it is.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Corpulus, what do you got? Where is your zombie dust, young man? Okay.
Here's what I have right now.
Well, I just
beers.
opened mine. Mine is also green screened out. So, I'm seeing a lot of chat activity. Let's get caught up with all who's here right now real quick. It is Kapil. What's up, Kapil? It is Hapexa. What is up, Hapexa? We have Mr. Dave with his Watabato. We got Sandboxgang TV. We got SD. We got Lick My Kitty. We have E-Dog. We have I already said Kapil. We got Raging Nutbag. We have Ladies Mod Me. We have Wet Buttermilk. We have Vapor Magician, Mimsy, and Dave's in his pants. We have the developer in the chat. We also have La Patetros. All right, so Dave, if we want to go ahead and start sending out the invites for us to get in with you, do you have Corpulus as a friend?
Well, only the host needs. Well, okay, so the game's on Steam, so we can all just join each other. So we don't need to all be friends. If you want to host,
I will host.
Then cool. So I just got an invite. And,
E-Dog, I don't see you on here. You need to go online, my young friend.
I just kicked the game on.
Perfect. Okay.
Cool. So I've joined.
I think we're
As long as you know one person in the lobby, you can always join it.
Join in the lobby. All right. You got it now, Corp?
I got it ready.
Okay.
Did I miss an invite?
I think so, yes.
Rose said hop in.
Hop in.
Hop in.
Oh, there
Hop
it is.
in.
Okay, folks, this is Undercrude.
Dave is with me. Now, Dave, how you feeling?
Pretty good.
Okay. I just wanted to hear you talk again.
So what time is it?
Cool.
Right?
Corpulus, you just left the group.
I did not.
Oh, I could see you in the group, and then it told me you left the group.
It did.
So you want to know what I did?
It did tell me that you left the group again.
Do you want to know what I did?
You did what?
Yeah.
I got 2 monitors. It's in full screen, so I clicked off of it, went to the next monitor.
That should be fine. I've got multiple monitors as well.
Did it say I'm out of the group now?
Mindful Twists. What's up, Mindful Twists?
It's Mindful Twist. What's up, Mindful Twist? I sent you an invite, Corp. I don't see you in here with us.
I'm in there with you and Mr.
Are you?
Dave.
I don't see you.
Well, send me another
did.
one then.
Send me one too, Ian. I don't see
do you
you.
want to
Invite and invite.
Cool. You might need to back out and rejoin.
Yeah, I did.
I sent
Loading
you
now.
both invites. And my hands.
Corp is a troublemaker. Says loading.
Oh man.
If you just shift tab and then right click on someone playing and then say join game, you can just do it that way.
Shift tab. Right
Shift
click.
tab.
Join game.
This time it won't. It's not joining here.
There it is. There you
Oh,
are.
there we go. You're in. Yeah.
All right.
E-Dog, do you see us?
There
Wonderful.
I am.
E-Dog, are you getting any of my invites?
I see Corpless in.
I'm in.
You're not in yet.
Capil, I blame you. buddy.
Kapil, can you tell me what
Go.
you're drinking tonight? I saw that you got Hefeweizen and a vanilla stout. That's Corp. That's not Corp. That's E-Dog's alley right there.
I'll do a stout. Yeah.
You will?
Dark beer's good.
Ugh.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey! Now
Thick like motor oil.
we're all
I see you.
here. Yeah, we're all here.
Yeah.
Now let's switch
All right, everybody, put the right hand
right
up.
hand. Oh shit.
I swear that I did not play this game and I don't know what I'm doing.
Well,
I definitely don't know
can
what
I
I'm
tell
doing.
you that I swear that I did not play it, but I did watch a couple of your podcasts that you did on YouTube, and I did see other people play it.
That's fine. I forgive you.
So,
Don't
So-
forget to check out Mr. Dave on YouTube.
yes, well, Mr. Dave's.
I don't really post on YouTube. I mean, I put some developer things on. Yeah. So I think one of the things that the audience needs to know is how early this game is.
Yes.
So, it's internal, pre-alpha, all of those funny words. It's still in development, and we're only here because I'm doing the Kickstarter. So there will be problems, and it may or may not be my fault.
Well, you're the one that made the damn game, right?
Well, yeah, but if one of you makes a mistake, then it's your fault. Yeah. If one of
Okay.
you crashes the game, it's your fault.
Well, except
Every
that.
time I click out of it, it takes me out of the game completely. Okay. That's me probably not doing it correctly. Okay. Start match? Is that what I do?
Yeah. Let's put us all into a match.
Let's get started on some Undercrude. Is everybody ready? Now, one thing we do want to say is that there is a command out there in chat right now. It is exclamation point Mr. Dave, and that will bring up his Kickstarter. If you go to his Kickstarter, you can see kind of what his goals are. We'll touch on those a little bit later. Right now, we want to play the game. We want to get started with all of this fun. But if you click on that link, you can go to his Kickstarter page, and you can help him make this a reality. Yes. Let's start the match.
Cool.
Wow, this
So-
looks awesome.
Well, let me set the scene because there's no menus. I'm going to be here as the tutorial. We're going to be thrown right in at the deep end.
Yes.
So the game's a multiplayer cooperative game where we're all going to be driving the same spaceship. So kind of the story's going to be it's set just after a big catastrophe has killed off all of the crew. So we're going to be the last 4 crewmates running around activating parts of the spaceship. There is no campaign in the game at the moment, so all we're going to be doing is trying to survive for as long as possible. Okay, so first
Right.
we're going to actually build the ship. We're you can see all these different rooms at the side. We can actually drag them on, and we should be able to see each other's mouse moving.
Yes. I can see E-Dog
Yeah,
here.
there
I
we
can
go.
see Mr. Dave. I can see Corpulus.
I don't see Mr. Dave or
You
Corpulus.
don't. Well, I see everybody.
Yeah,
I'll
well, I
see.
can see.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Corpulus just
can
caused
see you moving.
Corpulus just caused an explosion.
Yeah, so we can drag rooms onto the ship, and then if you drag them off, they just explode.
Nice. That is super cool.
That's neat.
So the only room that is absolutely mandatory is the bridge, which is the purple one. And if you stand in that, it will drive the ship around. Okay, so we can put that wherever. I mean, bridges tend to go fairly central, don't
True.
they? So we can put that there. Also, someone needs to be thinking of a name for the ship. So chat might want to come up with some suggestions for names for the ship.
Ooh,
There you go,
everybody,
chat. Go ahead.
start
and name
throwing
it.
out some names for our ship.
And I got so
what
many
else do you got?
questions. This is.
Well, I mean, go ahead, start dragging rooms on, start shouting out questions, and
Well, I see that you got bridge named 1 and 4,
yeah,
and it doesn't look like there's a difference, at least from the stats that I can see, between 1 and 4.
okay. I mean, that is a fantastic question to start off with. So there are different bridges in the game, and because you've got such a, because we've got such an early version of the game, we can unlock all of them from the main menu. So once we've done like this first trial level, we'll go in and we'll introduce some extra rooms. So ship 4 just shows us the HP of the enemies.
I see. So it says bridge 4. See enemy damage.
Yeah. So they will get proper nice names in the
Nice.
future. We're gonna need at least one gun. Cool.
Spray. Now we don't need all of these damage drones. I don't think.
We could put 2 of them, so I was just loading up.
Well, I
damage
think so. I
drones.
think what
Damage-
we need to do is from what I understand, you got weapons. So that's good that we have weapons up here, but I think we need a weapon in the back.
Yeah.
So we have ship names Sandy Boat, the USS Dimwits, SBG Frontier 1, and E-Dog's Big Ship.
I think we need to do. I like USS Dimwits. That's freaking hilarious.
That would
Be my
vote.
vote. USS
Alright.
Dimwits.
Excellent. And who is the captain?
Who's running captain first?
Well, this is the maiden voyage. Let's put Corp in charge.
Let's do Corp.
Cool. So
Everybody! Oh, that's my.
Yeah,
pirate
no,
voice.
this is space, so you gotta be like, yeah.
Stardate 19.
So okay, so we have weapons in the back, we have weapons in the front, we have a shield in the center, and then we have a repair drone, and then another repair thing right here, and then a med bay. Now, would you think so here, Mr. Dave, the med bay? What's the med bay for?
So we're gonna take damage. I mean, hopefully not, but we can get injured on the ship, and the med bay is just one way of healing ourselves. I mean, there are some other ones. So if you scroll to the bottom, there's a holographic medic. So if you activate that, it runs around and heals people. And there's also a cloning bay in the game. So rather than healing people, just let them die and print off a new person.
Perfect. Okay.
I like that
So
too.
the med bay probably needs to be in a spot where
I-
we can all reach it pretty quickly, right?
I think that the med bay is probably fine. I think it's probably best we'll go into like the actual gameplay stage, and we'll kind of learn how to play, and that'll help inform us how to build better ships in the future,
Excellent.
rather than trying to build a perfect ship
All
first
right,
time.
let's do
Okay,
it.
All right.
cool. So if we do start match,
Oh shit!
all
Oh
of a
god.
sudden,
Okay, I'm red. My person is red.
so I'll go into the bridge, and we can start moving. So the shield's in the middle. You can see if you actually walk around the room, it actually moves where the shields
Okay.
are around the ship, and that's kind of the theme of the game. So if you're in one of the gun rooms, you actually walk around the room to change where the gun's
Okay.
firing.
I see that.
So I
That's
need to
nice.
keep my person walking around the room with the shields, because right now I'm the shield guy.
Yeah, you need to like find where they're at and then stand
Gotcha.
on that side.
Yeah.
Oh, we
How
need a
do I-
shield.
Oh, wait
we
a
need
second.
drill.
That just says galaxy discovered by Ladiesmon. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Okay, so one of the Kickstarter pledges is you'll actually have your name come up when other people play the game, and when other people drive over a planet or a galaxy, it will actually say "planet discovered by that person's name." Yeah, that's a way of putting people's name in the game
Awesome.
permanently.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
I don't see you, Mr. Dave, or Corpulus.
You don't see the people?
He's
No,
in the purple square.
I only see ladies.
I'm
Oh shit.
I'm in the purple square.
Oh, gosh.
So that guy, the guy in the green one, should go back in there because that's a pretty good short-range weapon.
Oh, these things are tearing us
I
up.
go back to the.
Yeah.
How do I fire?
You just stand in the ring.
Yeah, you just stand in the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm going to bring the ship back around and we'll try and attack that one.
Get him. Oh gosh. Okay, we're taking hits from the front and the side.
Oh shit. We're
Oh
getting
man. Oh,
hammered.
so okay. So I see. So the shields. Oh crap! I got out of the shield.
We need
Yep.
a shield.
So our shields go down into the ship as they get hit.
Yes.
Okay.
And if they get damaged too much, they'll kind of disappear. And there are other rooms in the game that allow you to kind of recover shields. And I'm looking forward to making things a bit nicer to look at,
Okay.
let's say. I think that we could have some really cool like particle effects and, cracks in the shield
Yeah,
when they
that's
actually
super
get
cool,
destroyed
yeah.
and stuff. And that would all come.
Who's the captain of this ship?
Yeah. Who is flying us?
Oh, that's Mr. Dave. I'm on the lasers up here.
Oh man. Oh, so okay. So now here's the next question.
I'm holding it down.
I'm seeing that we're basically enemy ships can fly through us.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, dude, Corp, you just wiped all them out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
so
got it, buddy.
those double lasers are super powerful, but if you look at the energy, you're burning through the ship energy really
Right.
fast.
Oh,
And if we
I
have a
am.
power cut, it will devastate us if we have a power cut because we'll lose shields, we won't be able to move, we won't be able to shoot back. So you have to kind of use that laser a bit sparingly because
You're right.
you can mess up your game that way.
Nice. Okay. Now I see. Okay, so I have my hull HP and my energy. So the hull HP is where if I see that my hull HP is getting low, I need to get down here to the medical bay, right?
Yeah. Well, okay, so the hull HP is what happens if we get destroyed. Also, I should point out, lots of our rooms are getting damaged. So I'm going to jump into this repair drone room, which is going to send out a few drones so you can see them
Yep.
going through the
Okay. They
ship.
look like little tanks.
And they'll go, yeah. So rooms can get damaged, the hull can get damaged, and also players can get damaged. So I'm actually about to die as well, so I'm going to have to jump into the medibay.
Oh my
and
god, we need
you can
that
see-
shield.
You get little health bars underneath you if you've been hurt.
It's Void Ninja. What's up,
we-
Void Ninja? Sorry. Keep
We
going.
need the shield.
We
quick.
are not doing so great.
We are surrounded. Oh no! We got sucked into
So,
space.
Yeah, I'm working on the bit where you get sucked into space. Sometimes it glitches out a little bit, but I think it's quite nice when you see all the crewmates
That is cool.
get
Yes.
dragged out into space. Yeah.
I do have a question on this game, Dave.
Yeah, go for it.
How many people can be on a ship?
So at the moment, it's 4. Technically, if we had more people, we could have more players on the ship, but then you get balancing problems. Ideally, the game's designed to always have 4 people on the ship. Yeah. If you want to play the game 1 player, though, that's fine. And AI bots will be spawned to fill in the other 3 slots. Yeah. So I'm suggesting there's other ships in the game. So we've got this one, which is, has far more rooms, but it's a bit slower. It's a bit more fragile. But this layout has, it's very convenient to run between. We've also got like this kind of layout where, this is kind of like a mid-range ship. Oh, okay. So now you're looking at my art. Okay, so I mentioned Dex. Yeah, this is
That was
why
me,
we have an
sorry.
artist. Yeah, because these ones are my art, and we're definitely. So you can see that this one is an early prototype of
That's
this ship.
cool.
So you can see, because
Yeah.
I like to play test them, make sure they're fun, make sure they're fair. So it's quite fun to actually have a look at some of these
That's super
designs
cool.
and how they evolve into actual ships.
So now, Dave, do you have something in the future where you may let a player come in and design their own ship layout or anything like that?
That plug, man. Yes, so at the moment, Kickstarter backers, one of the pledge levels allows people to kind of design a ship. We'll name it after them. They can choose the color and they'll, choose the stats, and they'll work with the artist to actually build a ship, which we'll put in the game. So yeah, thank you.
No problem. That's excellent.
So what are we
Let's
thinking?
do this red one. This red one's
Ships
pretty
like this?
sweet.
Yeah.
Red
Yeah.
one? Cool. This one has like pretty good. So, Edog, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I can't see you or Corp.
Yeah. So you mentioned this. Should we all back out and remake the party so that Edog can get in? Because
Yeah,
we can see him.
I don't want to be in the same room you guys are in.
Yeah.
But I can only
okay
see
with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We can back
well,
up.
I think we'll just back out. If you just like keep on hitting escape until the game quits, and we can just remake a lobby. I've never experienced that bug before.
Chicken.
Chicken. Okay. Back.
There. Yeah. You can just click on me and say join game, right?
Yes. Have you clicked online and then
Invite.
yeah?
Oh nope. Yep. I'm in the online thing. So Corp is in here with me.
Do I need to click the online or just go in and play game with you?
Join game. There we go. So on Steam, if you just right-click anyone and say join game.
Let's see. Friends. Oh, there it is. Whoa. It's grayed out. Let me go in here.
I'm with Mr. Dave.
Oh yeah, you're
Let me
in
go
here with us.
Join game. There we go. Okay. I see Mr. Dave's name.
Now, Mr. Dave, I hear that there are no sounds right now happening.
Ah, yeah.
OMG, this game
hang on.
looks
You
awesome.
obviously don't hear
You
that there
guys
are no
are great.
sounds.
Yeah, I don't hear sounds. I didn't know there were sounds.
I've removed
SANDBLOTSANDP.
the sounds from the game. I've used sounds from other games that I've made, and I wasn't sure on the licensing of them, especially if the game's being
Sure.
streamed. So I just thought, flat out, rather than worry about it, I've just removed all of the sounds.
Sure.
Just for now.
Excellent. Hey, we have a new subscription, Vapor Magician. Thank you for the 2 months in a row.
Vapor Magician.
Thank
you.
you. Hey, everybody
Yes.
is not in here now. Hang on, let me invite, and invite.
I thought I was with Mr. Dave.
No,
Yeah,
you.
me too.
Oh, so are we joining Mr.
Okay,
Dave?
I think we might have all been.
Hang on.
Okay, I think we've actually got 2 different lobbies.
I'll join you,
started.
Mr. Dave.
Okay. I wouldn't do that because I just.
Oh, okay,
left.
okay. That's fine.
All right, we're all joined up.
Yeah,
on
join
Wave.
up on Les Mounds.
Can you send me another
Oh
invite?
crap! I clicked off of it. Okay. Boom. Invite.
Okay. So it tells me the game's already started.
Oh, really?
So,
Yeah. I can't join
so
me.
I know about this. So if you could quit the game, this one is my bug. Shall we get a little tally going? Yeah. This one's my. E-Dog. E-Dog's mistake. That was him, though.
That was
Yes,
me.
yes,
That was
yes,
my
yes, yes,
fault.
yes.
I'm just
Damn it. Damn it, Dave. You found my flaw.
Got the we got the TV coming back up. There we go. All right, online invite. Now I'll start inviting everybody.
Cool. Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
I have to ask the question: who is Dex?
Oh, Dex. Dex is my artist. He's an American. Dex Amino. Yeah. Oh. He's yeah. We've done a few games together. And he's a fantastic artist. He's got a drawing style that's like a bit unique to him. It's really family friendly. I totally love it. So whenever I get the opportunity to work with Dex, I always try to do that.
Excellent.
Cool.
E-Dog, can you see all everybody now?
Yeah. Can you see
I
everyone's
can.
mouse moving?
I
Yeah?
can.
Perfect.
Cool. So let's go on to the red ship and
All I want to do is build ships.
I know this is
I
it's,
want to like put all the pieces in here and tell you guys to leave me alone. And
It's
let me just
neat.
do this.
Hey, Corpus.
Yeah.
Hold your tongue and say ship 3 times.
Yeah. Sit.
shit.
You said
Yeah,
ship.
that wasn't nice.
Who's captain? I say I just let the captain.
No, let's let Corpulus go through and build this ship, and let's let him actually drive it and everything. So Corp, go through and build the ship.
All right.
We'll just sit back and we will yell at you.
So I might need to explain some of these rooms. So the energy charger. So that's really good if you want to use the lasers, because okay. So you see in the grey, this like heading, it says like 2 of 2,
Yeah.
1 of 1. So some rooms you're not allowed too many of. So you can have 3 shell guns, but only 1 laser gun. So powerful.
Only 1 laser gun.
Shit. Now this is actually a pretty good layout because the lasers are really close to the energy chargers, so it's really easy for that person just to jump into the energy charger when they're running low.
This ship is called the HMS Bounty.
HMS Bounty.
Yeah.
Yeah, horseman ship. I think that's what that means.
Horseman shit.
Yeah, it's Canadian for horse shit. It's horseman
Who's
ship.
banned? Who did you ban, Capil? Capil banned somebody apparently.
He's saying that he's the damn captain.
Capil, man, if you freaking get Steam, you can join us.
Yeah,
and pay $60 for the game.
Now let's clear this
It's
up.
not a $60
Let's
game.
clear this up right now. Let's clear this up right now, Dave.
I'm trying to make Dave some
Dave,
money.
how much will the game be?
So I guess around the £7 mark. So it's like $9 or $10.
Oh,
So
wow, okay.
it's really not a, it's a, I don't know, a mid to low end price model. But at the moment on Kickstarter, if you pay a bit more, then you get multiple keys, and it suddenly turns out really reasonable. You can get like 4 keys for like $5 or $6 or something.
Well, then, Capil, what you need to do is click on that link, go to his Kickstarter, and throw out
donate $1,000.
Throw out some bucks, man.
Mr. Dave.
Yeah.
I do have a question about building my ship here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for instance, like this damage up room I just put in.
Yeah.
Is that passive, or does someone have to be in the room to get the benefit of a damage up?
Okay, so it needs to be activated, but it remains activated for about 15 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, now see, now, Corpulus, this
is that the same way with the energy chargers too? Does someone have to be in the room?
Yes.
Okay.
However, we'll play with these rooms for now. and then next time we back out, you can see the skill tree, and we'll just unlock a ton more rooms for you to play with. Okay?
There's more.
Yeah, because there's rooms that just give you like capacity. There's a ton of guns. There's rooms for fixing shields. Yeah, there's plenty of other things. You can increase your movement speed around the ship. So yeah.
All right, I say we try it. This is it. This is what
Well,
I
hang
built.
on, don't start it yet. Lade's had to go pee in the sink.
Hopefully, we're not too crude for you.
No, it's fine. If you listen carefully, you can hear it raining.
So when I started the game, there was an autoplay. What was that about? Is that just for testing? It said AI training.
Yeah, okay. So I said that you can play the game one player and you get bots that actually run around the ship for you. Well, programming bots is really, really hard because I don't know what the bot should be doing, like when there's one enemy, when there's two enemies, etc., etc. So the bots in the game actually learn how to play the game because it was far easier to program that than just to program like AI.
Yep.
So
Okay.
what you can actually do is that mode, you can leave the game running and the game plays again and again and again, learning how to play more efficiently. Yeah.
We got a question
Oh,
here
okay.
from
Yeah.
Hepexa, if you don't mind there, Mr. Dave.
Yeah.
What language is this programmed in?
So this is programmed in GML, which is a game maker language, which is a lovely tool that I use to make games because it's just multi-platform. I can export it to Windows, Macs, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, Android, iPhones, and I really love that. And it's just brilliant for rapid development. So if you're interested in game development, yeah, I use a game maker.
That's awesome. Okay. So you can
Nice.
actually create your own game and then send it out to whatever platform you want to.
I got a
Yeah,
question for you before we start going
Hold on.
after Lade's. Sorry.
You can do it for anything, any platform.
I mean, yeah, I mean it costs, but yeah, I mean it's a professional package for making games, much like Unity and these other packages.
That's excellent.
It's just yeah, Game Maker's my tool of
Cool.
choice.
What do you mean it costs? It costs to get it on certain platforms?
So Game Maker has a model where if you want to export it to mobile phones, you have to buy their mobile phone module, and if you want it to be on Xbox, you have to get their Xbox module. If you want it to be in browsers, you have to get their browser module. But then once you've bought that, you don't have to pay them any more money. Obviously, Microsoft might charge you or any of those
What
other
about
ones.
what about
yeah.
NES, like Nintendo, the old one?
No, but I bet there are exporters. I bet someone's written an emulator. Of people playing on Raspberry Pis and
That's
stuff.
excellent.
So yeah, I'm sure it is possible somehow.
Perfect.
But my question before we start this match is, how much time do you have in this game so far? I'm just curious. How much time does it take to create something like this?
Okay, so I started this just before Christmas. Okay, so I've been working on it. However, I spent a month setting up the Kickstarter and a month setting up Steam. So this is actually only about 4 months into the development cycle.
Cool.
Which most games have a year
Right.
plus before
Sure.
you even see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that just shows you how early
That's
this
super
is.
cool.
That's
That's
cool.
I love it. Okay, guys.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right, I'm captain.
All right, you get in the captain's chair.
Enoch,
Now,
you drive
real
the
quick
ship.
here.
What?
Real quick.
I want you. I'll drive. I'll
No,
drive,
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
drive.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, the ship's moving.
All right, whoever's on that, whoever's in the double
Yes.
lasers, keep an eye on the energy. Don't stand in
Oh,
there.
I see. Okay,
unless you
okay,
have
okay.
Run into a capacitor to
Who's
charge
got
it
the
up.
shields? I'll get the shields again, I guess. E-Dog, do you want the shields or what do you want?
Sure.
Where's the
I'll-
shield?
I'll
Back
grab
here?
Okay,
the
okay, okay, okay.
So-
You grab the shields. I'll grab the
here we go.
lasers.
We need someone on shields.
So the captain wants to kind of get closer to the enemy because the lasers are really short range. So for that, we need to be much closer.
All right,
Okay, do it. Let's get him.
We're gonna ram it. Ramming speed.
Laser, yeah.
Nice work. Nice.
Okay,
yeah.
so MrDave, I see that we can't see our names above our heads as characters. Is that something that you're developing?
Yeah, that will all come. That kind of stuff's easy quality
Cool,
of
okay.
life stuff.
Here we go.
I wanted to keep the interface really
Nice.
minimal. That's why there's no health bars on the enemies. You kind of have to see where they've been damaged. That's why you only get a tiny little bar underneath you if you've been damaged. Because the game's easy enough with 4 people, so you have to use a bit of intelligence to actually work out what's going on around the ship.
Yeah, but you got to understand your teammates.
Who's in the double laser? All
I
right,
moved out of the double laser and into the rockets. Okay, we've added some energy to ourselves here. Oh, I see. Okay,
Here we
I can
go.
go right up there and get some energy added to us.
Yeah.
We're gonna slow
So,
down and bring them into us.
So those batteries, they slowly fill up, and then by going in them, we suddenly get all of the energy that's they're filled up with.
Excellent.
So these planets that we're discovering, like a galaxy discovered by E-Dog, that stay
Yeah.
in game.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it
if
will.
so the Kickstarter backers, all of their names will be put into the game, and they'll get a planet that everyone else will be able to see for themselves.
Oh,
That's super cool. So it's kind of like what's the game that just came out that's a piece of shit? No Man's Sky.
I love
No Man's Sky is actually really
Oh,
good. I agree with that.
It got a bad rap.
It did.
That's a good game, but not in the way that it sucks, but in the way that you could, when you find a planet, if somebody else reaches that planet,
Yeah.
they can see
Yeah.
that person.
Man,
found
if
it.
only I could get that amount of. If only I could get that amount of Kickstarter backing.
Yeah,
though.
exactly. Well, we're gonna help you work on that.
I think you should have a corpulous black hole, an E-Dog star system, and a Ladies Man.
Now,
planet.
one thing that I did see on your Kickstarter, and this is probably a later conversation, but I see that you did have room for voice actors. Is that something that you're actually looking at doing?
So there'll definitely be some voice actors. So the ship, there'll definitely be some kind of like computer talking, saying things like room damage, shields destroyed, that kind of thing. Yeah. I'd also kind of like some chatter on the ship. I'd quite like the crew to actually be shouting out.
So I could be like,
So,
I'm
yeah.
on the lasers. I'm on the lasers.
No.
With the laughing.
Don't do what
Okay.
they did for Sea
Late-
of Thieves and make a brick where everybody
Hey,
can
Drew-
vote to put somebody in it.
You're fired already.
What do you mean I'm
Lee.
fired already? That was perfect. We're taking damage. Put the shields on the top.
So I'm gonna jump
Use it.
to the shields to actually repair some of these rooms because
All right, someone hop
I'll
on
these
shop on
guns-
shields.
Captain demands somebody on
I'll
the
be
shield.
on shields.
Arr.
Arg. No, we're not.
Use the
Need somebody on the
You
gun.
guys, we're
now.
not- We're not pirates.
Where's E-Dog?
I'm on the guns.
Thank you,
I'm on the
E-Dog.
gun. I'm on the guns. I'm on the guns. I'm on the guns.
Get on that double laser if you can in the middle.
Yeah, that double laser is a
I'm going to. Oh, someone's already on it.
beast.
yeah, that thing is a.
Hey, you got
We
it.
got the
I-
shields. We have no shields. Cap. We have no
I know,
shields.
that was me. I moved off the shields. I'm sorry.
You are never to move off the shields.
We're taking
Your title is now.
we're taking
shield
damage. We've got 5.
bit. No, we need the
The
shield.
the
I need
shields are
shields.
up.
Oh, we're dead.
Are we?
That was all right.
We're
We're
Oh my
perfect.
God.
No,
That was
we're
fun.
at still at 3. You guys, we're not dead yet. Don't give up so easily.
What?
Wait,
No,
we're
we're
live?
It says game over, you son of bitches. How about that, Dave? When you get killed like that, E-Dog comes on. Game over, you son of bitches.
If we want to push escape, you'll see you'll see the best menu button you've ever seen in a game. So it's the bottom right one called skill tree. So if you click on
nice.
that,
Okay.
you'll see
Yeah.
the skill tree, and like I said, you've got unlimited points. So go wild, start unlocking
Oh,
things,
nice.
and you'll see that kind of weapons are on the left and shields at the bottom. But you can loop around, and you don't have to do one side. You can start doing one bit and move around to another bit.
Yes.
Look
Holy
at this.
crap.
So in the actual game, you got to earn points to unlock this stuff.
Yeah, I haven't decided how I want that to be yet, but yeah, there'll be some kind of if you complete a level, you'll get to unlock some rooms, or maybe you have to pick something up. I don't know.
That's cool.
That's pretty.
Yeah, I like
cool.
that.
Now, is this
I
based
like
on
it. Adds another level.
individual or what all 4 players have?
Okay, so at the moment, only the person who's unlocked the room can drag it on, but I'm sure I'll fix that in the future. So
Sure.
you'll be able
So
to see
for-
everyone's rooms.
So, for instance, if the 3 of us were going to play this, one
Mhm.
could focus like on shield or energy, and the other one could focus on gun.
Yeah, you got the idea.
All right.
So okay, so so all right, so if I were to come in here and I was like, okay, I know that I'm going to be playing with somebody who has unlocked a ton of their gun stuff, I can go over here and unlock things for energy or captain, and that's kind of, and then when we go to build the ship, we can say, okay, you have the better guns, can you drag your better guns into the ship, and I'll drag my better captain stuff into the ship.
I think.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty
perfect.
cool.
Nice.
And that kind of thing really excites me. I like the idea of people specializing. But you've seen once you're actually on the ship, it can be a free for all. You could just jump between rooms. Whoever's closest gets to use it. Or some groups might be really tactical about it. They'll be like, I'm only doing guns, and I'm going to put all the guns over here.
So
Yeah, I can see.
so here's
somebody
another
doing that.
question: is so let's say when we go back and we actually get into another game, are all of the maps procedurally generated, or is this like one large map that is always the same?
Okay, so at the moment it's just the enemies come in randomly and you get a random map. Yeah. In the final game, there'll actually be like a story with actual missions to do, like you might be mining asteroids or picking up escape pods or defending an area
Nice.
or chasing down an
Okay.
enemy. So those bits will all be scripted rather than just, enemies coming in. I mean, trying to survive for as long as possible is nice for
Right.
a while, but it doesn't have like the of a campaign.
Mr. Dave, we had another question from the audience.
Yeah.
They were asking about PvP, and I know this is one of your Kickstarter goals.
Oh, yeah. So technically, the engine supports PvP. However, and it's something I'd love to do. At the moment, I just want to make a really nice co-op game. If the Kickstarter does really well, and I can see that it's going to, really have a big amount of people playing it, then PvP will definitely come. The problem with PvP is you have the king and you have to have active games. People will slate the game so quickly if they join and there's no one
Right.
playing. Yeah. And I don't want that to happen. So that has to be, only if the game's doing really well.
Yep.
I
Cool,
love it.
so-
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Dave.
Well, who's captain?
I'll be
Love it.
captain this time. Because I
Yeah?
unlocked
Should we,
all of the.
pick different ships
I
up?
unlocked all.
Oh, yeah.
I unlocked all of the things.
So I see that there is one here. There is a passive extra speed.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So and if you start scrolling down, you'll see there's actually a bunch
A
of
lot
new
of them,
rooms.
yeah.
There's like
Hopex is really getting technical here. Simmer down, Hopex.
How about?
He says,
Yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because I'm building our ship.
How about home bases, planets, or perhaps large space stations? And I'll add to that, Dave. How about if you have a home base or a home planet or a home large space station, can you actually dock on the planet and build your own habitat, your houses and stuff? And then, like, you have enemies come in and attack your bases. and
dreaming.
everything?
so that seems a
Should be
bit
happy.
too far outside the scope.
A little bit.
Again, things like Sunless Sea, which has like a more open world map. You know, there's no reason why I couldn't do that if there was like a big demand for like a very open world map rather than a more linear story. I mean, that's another reason why I'm showing people like yourselves very early is to get feedback, get ideas. If everyone's saying, you know, don't do a campaign, just do PvP or just do open world or just do, you know, bases and planets, then, you know, there's no reason why that couldn't change.
My preference would be a campaign, I suppose.
Yeah,
It
I've
shows
got a really
progression, it
good,
gives me something to do.
I've got a really fantastic story for the campaign.
That's
So
awesome.
I'd love to tell that story.
We have another
about-
question from
Yeah.
Iceman. He wants to know, will there be different strategies for defeating enemies, or is it the same kind of...
Did you say
weapon
Iceman or
defense?
Hepexa?
Iceman.
Where's Iceman?
His is in Discord.
Oh shit, Iceman! Will you
No.
will you get into fucking Twitch? Jesus.
So Iceman's absolutely correct. You can see at the moment that all of the enemies are just you just shoot them to kill them. However, I want enemies to have shields, just like we've got shields. So you have to maneuver around them. I want enemies that can cloak. I want enemies that have damageable areas. I want enemies that teleport. So there'll definitely be different tactics to use against different enemies. Because, you know, there'll be different species. There might be like a more robotic species. You know, the one at the moment's quite organic. I really like that organic style of ship. But yeah, there'll be different breeds of enemies, classes.
Hey, Dave.
That was a great question.
that's good.
Nice.
Will you finish, Dave? Will you finish it off? I hope that answers your question, me dude.
Will I finish it? So I will definitely finish the game. I've finished loads of games in the past, so I am very good at finishing games.
Good.
So there's one thing, we've got too many laser
okay.
guns. So we have 2 rail guns.
Yeah, see the 3 of 3, the 1 of 1, 1 of 2 up there.
Yeah, and it does tell you on the right side, and it also recommends. It says we've got no rooms to repair. So
Nice. Oh, that is a
nice.
very cool. That's a very cool.
I did not notice that when I built mine. Did it recommend
I didn't
anything?
either.
Shit, I want to build my own.
No,
Get out
I'm
of here,
building
Latham.
this
Give me
one.
a
This
build
you can build one next.
Damn it!
Hang on. So
one.
here's player move speed. Does somebody have to be in there? Or is that passive?
okay, so you can see
that
that there are passive ones and there's active ones as well. So the passive ones only give you like a small, like 10% buff, but the active
Here.
ones, people run around lightning fast with those.
So, oh shit, I think I did. Okay, so one thing I will say is that the names go over top of each other.
Oh yeah, and the names themselves are fairly terrible as well. Bridge 1. I mean, how unoriginal could I have been?
But you said that you are working on that. Excellent.
Yeah.
So okay, so we have a shield in the middle. So I'm gonna need somebody to be a shield operator, and the shield is in the middle, and then there's a repair shield right there. So if you see that the shields are getting low, you can run over to the next room, repair the shields, and then jump back over.
You've also chosen the small shield, which is a far harder shield to use. So we were having 6. You know, the shield's kind of split into 6. No, definitely.
Yeah, I
no,
want to do it. Yeah. Let's
shield.
do that. Who's taking over the shield?
This one's just one segment.
I'll do the shield. I trust myself.
All right, Corp, you're doing the shield.
Dave, we got 2
Yes.
good 2 good questions. I'm going to go with Kapil's question first. How do you unlock the other ships?
Ah,
The
yeah.
ones in black, are those locked right now where we can't
No,
get
those
to
are just
them?
his
No,
development test.
those are my developer ones. I mean, so I've got other ones. So how you unlock ships, that's going to be through achievements. So it might be killing 100 enemies or flying, you know, 1,000,000 miles or walking, you know, 200 pixels or meters, I should say. So that's how you unlock ships in the game.
Okay, well that brings up a question along with Hepexa. Hepexa wants to know he wants to know how. Tell me more about the skill points and how you earn them, or is there any other plans for an in-game economy?
Right, so Hepexa, what you need to do is tell me how you think it should be, because actually I've got a few ideas on how we could get skill points and to unlock rooms, but actually nothing's final at the moment. And that's one of those things where I'm really looking forward to playing with different methods, because the reason why it's really complex is if you get it for completing a level, then that's the objective people are going for. If you get skill points from mining asteroids or doing something in game, that's what people are going to try and do. So yeah.
And you said the miles being flown and everything, so that's stats that will be kept.
Yeah,
What-
so that's for achievements. Like I'll tie the ships into like the Steam achievements, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you
But,
get one of the Steam achievements, you get the ship.
Captain Kill says the one ship that's behind Corp's head looks like a penis.
Oh, damn, Capel. So I do have another legit question for
So,
Ice.
actually, that's the ship that I just posted on Twitter. So I literally just announced that ship. So that one,
You call that the
The
corpulus.
phallic.
yeah,
So,
that's
If
the.
you remember,
that's the
Iceman
strong-
asked about different ships and weapon strategies against enemies. He's asked for a follow-up here. He wants to know if they're gonna. If I'll just read it. I mean, will some enemies use burst weaponry and require shields to be cooled down more often, or some enemies use consistent fire that will require you to move your ship around their target and target their weak spots?
Yes, and I'd go further than that. You know, some enemies will be much faster, so they'll need weapons that are better at hitting fast-moving ones. Some will just be able to absorb a ton of damage. So I think there's a lot of things I can do in that area to play with that. Yeah, I think that's a really good question. And actually, it kind of gets to the heart of kind of like game development. You have these questions that you want to ask. You know, puzzles that you want the player to solve. And one of the puzzles is, how do we kill the enemy? Yeah.
All right, I've built.
How do you design
I've
a
built
ship?
my ship. So, Corpulus, I want
Yeah.
you to be the shield person.
I'm on
E-Dog,
shield.
I want you to be the bottom two guns here, and then also the repair drone. So if you see that we're getting a lot of damage, you need to jump into the repair zones. And then MrDave, I would like for you to jump up here in the top and run these three guns up here. Is that cool?
I'm not leaving the ship.
Can
All
do.
right.
Iceman wants to let you know, MrDave, that he said that was a perfect
Yes,
answer.
and we have random guy in here. Random guy, listen
Random guy,
up,
what's
random
up?
guy. We have a alpha unreleased game, pre-alpha. I mean, this is like pre-alpha, my man. And this is
And we're
and we're
play
gonna play right
now.
now. We're starting the match. Oh shit! Okay, go.
I'm going to the ship.
I'm moving the ship. I'm moving it.
So I noticed this
Alright.
shield only has one.
Yeah. So we've put on the hardcore shield for you.
Oh
So,
yeah, I don't
and-
need, don't worry, I got this.
So the upside of this shield is that it can take a lot of damage.
Okay,
But
but man, is it very
yeah,
restricted?
it only gives you one.
It-
You gotta trust that guy that's in that shield. He knows what he's on top of it. That's all right. I got this. Don't you worry. We're about to have the best game we've ever had.
And we've got the bridge that actually shows us the damage that's
Nice.
being done.
Okay, so that's what we're seeing is the damage that's done. Now, Dave, what was your decision on letting the enemies go underneath our ship?
Ooh. So this has been a great topic of debate, and I think that the enemies have to be able to go underneath. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change their pathfinding. So I'm going to encourage the enemy just to not fly underneath the ship because it's confusing. It's not very entertaining. So yeah, I do understand you're definitely not the first people to pick
So,
up.
and the only reason why I'm
on that.
asking, so I can understand that if they go underneath the ship, we can't do damage to them, but they can't do damage to us. Is that correct?
Here we go.
No, we can. Both of us can damage each other when underneath the
Okay.
ship. Yeah. So it's hard because they're actually on the inside of the shield. at that
Right,
point.
exactly.
yeah.
Yep. So you want to try and get these enemies not to get inside of your shields.
Yeah.
See, look at this, boys.
I mean,
got
you've
this shield thing
got
down.
us, man. So far. Now we've got who's up there in the top on the gun? That's MrDave. We have all right.
me.
We have E-Dog up there. All right. I mean, look at this.
So one of the
Everybody's
weapons we
got
haven't
it,
seen
anyway.
is I've got missiles near me, where if I go in them, it actually launches all of the missiles, and they go and find enemies. So these are crazy powerful.
Nice.
These
Okay.
are. You can see all those numbers coming out when they
Yeah.
hit, because they do AOE damage. So
See, the one thing I would say, like on this ship's build, Lades, we don't need any battery for energy. We're not even using the energy in the ship.
yeah.
Now, why is that? Because we don't have any lasers?
Yes.
Oh.
So well, some other rooms do use up the shields, like the holographic medic, like the repair drones. This gun, which I've got up here with me, this big pink gun,
Holy cow!
should use energy, but apparently I'm just checking and it doesn't.
Dang, look at that thing, man! Hey, E-Dog, you gotta go in the yellow room real quick.
Oh, damn, boys. Hold it down. I'm holding the shield. Get it.
Get him, get him, get him!
Captain. We're getting our asses into it. Over. This is down in engineering. The shields, sir. The shields are at 60%.
We need gunners.
There's no shields. They can't stay up.
E-Dog, get in the gunners!
Shit.
Get in the gunners!
We're getting quite.
Oh my gosh, they're all over us!
Get on the shield. The gun.
Now,
Get him out of our
Mr. Dave, here's another question. Do you see in the future maybe having a way to sprint as a character?
So, maybe. At the moment, like we saw, there's a room that increases movement speed. And I think that sprinting might make the game a bit too easy.
I see, okay.
You're
Yep.
probably right.
Some of the strategy is like building a good layout where, the rooms that you need are near each other.
Yes.
If you can sprint, maybe that takes away from a bit of the fun. I don't know. That would be so easy to implement.
That's
I don't
a good point.
I'll probably do a version with sprinting just so people can see it and give feedback.
Okay, so the room, I don't think...
So I'll admit too, when I was the captain as well, I wanted to sprint. Now I don't know if that's just me because I wanted to hurry up and get to where I needed to go, but I see your point
I see that you do have a room that says. Now we got to let E-Dog build this ship, I think, but I do see that you do have a room that says that we do get to be quicker, and I don't think I put that on the ship, and that's a passive room. So.
No, you did. I was using that. That was one of the rooms that was on the last ship, and I was using that. So, however, with a bit more strategy, people might be like, "Give me the speed up. I need to run to this room."
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with a bit of communication, someone can actually do the sprinting bit for you.
Okay.
And now you're starting to get into a bit of the strategy of building a ship and the layout of the ship and working together.
You've done a fantastic job here with what you got.
This is super cool.
At first, it seems like it's so simple. You just kind of go out but when you start to dig in and see these different skills and how they play and how do you match them, and then not only match them, how do you put them close together so they can increase the efficiency of you and the crew, and then the communication piece of everybody that's involved as well. It's at first it seems like it's just surface, but then when you start to dig in, you got a lot here.
So here's another question. How about importing a custom ship design from a previous session? So I think what he's asking is, let's say you have a room layout that you really like. Is there something that's going to be like, hey, I've laid this ship out the way that exactly that I like it, and everything's utilizing really well. If I go into a next session with it, is it going to save that room layout?
Yeah, you'll obviously be able to save and load ship designs. That's a feature that everyone will want.
Yeah, excellent.
So Iceman wants to know what are the rewards for each level or battle?
So at the moment there's no reward for what we're doing, and you saw on the skill tree you've got infinite unlocks. In the final game there will be a story campaign. So an actual like set of, I don't know, let's say 8 levels with cutscenes and story actually going between them. An actual narrative as well.
E-Dog, are you going to build your ship?
Can you
Great.
can you can you customize the enemies like Corp? He would build a pickle. And what else? Banana to attack him, and then he has to go out and do all that shit.
Those evil space potatoes.
I do see that you do have like different sized enemies. So is there going to be something where there's going to be bosses that you have to attack and stuff like that?
Yeah, so actually the big enemies that are in the ship in the game at the moment aren't actually the biggest enemies we'd like to have. We want to have enemies that have areas that you have to destroy. You know, like you actually destroy the weapons on them and then do damage to their hulls. So similar to how you know, our ships have rooms that can get destroyed. So yeah, there will be different sized enemies, and there'll probably be like outposts and other things that you have to attack. So
kind of like a Contra, where when you get to the end of those levels, you've got those enemies that come out and they've got like the big guns, and you have to destroy the guns first in order to open up the main bad guy.
Yeah, and actually having a variety, I think that actually having some levels where it's smaller, faster enemies, having some levels where it's like medium-sized enemies, and then the big enemies as well, just makes things more entertaining. Makes designing the ship interesting. If you know that there's only going to be one big thing to fight, or if there's going to be lots of small things, it totally changes how you build the ship.
Super cool. All right, we got another. We got a question. We got a question from Hapexa again. Please tell me how you go about the game design. Do you use so like man, he's getting deep in you, man. So this is this is like real, like, okay, so like when you're actually figuring out how to design your game, so let's say like what's your workflow from bringing your idea to what we're seeing right now? So like when you come up with this idea of I want to make a space game, number one, how did you come up with the idea of making a space game? But then once you came up with that idea, how did you make what we're seeing right now come to life?
I think you found someone that has a future interest in making games.
Yeah, so game design documents are really important. They're really interesting, and you laugh about flowcharts. I love my flowcharts though. I actually personally, I like to prototype things, and I like to build on them. I do have some design documentations, and they are embarrassing to look back now. These like pencil drawings I had, you know, where you thought the ships that I showed you earlier looked bad. These would literally be like a blue and red square going around attacking each other. But if you know a game is fun when it's a blue and red square bumping into each other, you know it's going to be fun, like loads of fun, when it's got proper graphics. Yeah. And to go on to how did the idea come about? I mean, it's actually based on a board game called Space Cadets, you know, and I really loved the idea in that game where you get all your friends around, and one person plays the captain, and one person plays shields, one person plays guns, and you're shouting at each other when you're winning, and you're shouting at each other when you're losing. And I was like, I've got to do that in a computer game. And one of the things we haven't touched on, because we're all playing online, you can play 4 people on the same keyboard. Yeah. So if you've got gamepads, you can put the game on your TV and play couch co-op, and that's fantastic.
That is excellent.
So I wanted to make this really accessible to people, and you can mix and match as well. So I could have 2 people playing. Yeah, go on.
I don't want to be sitting on the same couch with Corpulus and Lade.
Yeah, he farts, smells.
He already told us to get off his couch once.
So yeah, trying to bring people together to play and to shout, really important to me.
Well, E-Dog, you want to go through your ship design here?
I just threw shit on there.
So there's no reason why you did what you did?
No, I want Lades You
Jeez.
up here, and then Corp you over here, and then
You want me on the shield?
No,
over
I'll be
here.
on shields this time.
Yeah,
All right, then I'll take the forward guns. I'll take
Lades,
these.
you got the trigger boosters, the double laser, the shield, everything back
Okay.
here. Corp, you got the front of the ship,
Yep.
rapid fire and all that. And then Dave can run back and forth for the damage and all that.
This is the Domino's Pizza style of making a ship, obviously. You just throw it all on and hope that it's a bit even, yeah?
Yeah, it's not, but yeah.
We're hearing laws. There we go. Okay, so thank you, Mimsy, for the 7 months in a row. Holy cow.
So another question from Iceman as we get started. Will you implement a system where as long as you complete levels, they'll become more difficult? You unlock types of rooms to help with harder enemies. Players may need something unknown to keep their interest and to keep them playing a level when they've failed a few times.
Okay, so this isn't going to directly answer. I could see that problem happening. So what I was thinking I'd do is I'd monitor how well people were doing. And if people were in the top 50% of people that completed a level, I'd give them an unlock to a different level. Yeah. So, you know, you'd actually have to be in the top half of people to actually unlock harder versions of the level. Yeah. Or maybe not top 50%, maybe top 20%. Yeah. And that gives people an incentive to actually play a level over again, to understand it, to think about ship designs and improvements.
So what is the score? How do you improve? Is it based on time? Is it based on how many kills for that time? Or...
So that is why I haven't implemented that yet. Because how do you measure it? Is it just the you know, the health of your ship once it's finished? You know, if someone can finish a level with 100% HP, you know, have they done better than someone that completes it very fast in 3 minutes? I don't know. So how do you monitor that? That's a philosophical question right there.
You're right. It's got to be perfect score, right?
Well, it's got to be, yeah. I mean, it's got to be. Maybe you even take both into consideration. You take in how many enemies did they kill. So you can even do like different stats. So okay, doom. Here's your how many enemies did you kill? Boom. Here's your hull damage. Boom. Here is your time. Boom. And all of that adds up to the end score. Maybe.
Yeah, and let me write that down. I'm still.
Yeah, no, that's a good. No, I mean that's good.
No, seriously, it will be something.
Yeah, that's super cool. Yeah. Because that's.
But yeah,
that's something that I know. Like towards the end of some games that you've played, you know, I mean, it's just like it does that addition for you, and it's like, okay, here's the 3 main things that you need to focus on.
Yeah, and because. Some Steam games actually show you your friends' scores, and I'd love that to happen.
Excellent. Yeah, that's super cool.
And then I'd say like the top, 50% of scores, they get another level. You know, not a secret level because it's no secret, but a new level, a harder level.
Well, I think this is going to tie back because then you don't know the answer quite yet. But Iceman's asking, what about when more than 50% of the players have a tied score? Some will unlock it and some won't, despite having the same score.
Yeah, I'll do some rounding or something, you know. I'll make it fair. That's the kind of thing where you have to monitor it, you know.
Right, saying if you had 100% completion of a level, well, there might be a lot of people that have that over 50%, not get the benefit.
Moreover, say you played on the first and we unlock the level, like I'm not going to take the level away when people have beat their score. That'd be super harsh. So, it comes with all sorts of problems. It might have to be, you have to get one of the top 10% of scores that day, or I don't know.
We are getting tore up right here.
We got it.
I don't think we're doing so bad.
I think we're doing extremely well, and that's what would be cool. So, like at the end of this, as of right now, and like I said, I know that you're Oh, good job, E-Dog. That was
Oh, I like
nice.
that.
Yeah, that was cool.
So
Who hit
that's
the
the
warp
warp
speed?
drive.
Yeah,
I just hit the warp
That was super
drive.
cool.
That kind of gets us away.
So like
I thought
I
that.
like
yeah,
warp
so
drive.
right
I
now,
thought at the beginning of this, what would you do there, E-Dog? You just threw shit in there.
so right now, what's happening is towards the very end of this, we're not really seeing stats of what we've done. Is there anywhere where we can see that, or is that something that you're developing?
No. There's not even a game over page at the
Right.
moment. So, there will be stats. I'd love to know, like, who moved the furthest around the ship.
Cool,
Who
okay.
ends? That's the kind of thing, like, especially for like groups like yourself, that's where you're going to have the most amount of laughs. One person's been on shields, they haven't killed anyone, so you're going to be like, E-Dog, why haven't you killed anyone?
That's awesome, yeah.
Why wasn't me? Why me?
That's super. This right here, that right there is a game changer.
Hit that health
Warp
bar.
drive.
Someone hit the health. I'll grab it.
I'm gonna shoot rockets out real quick and see if we can hit some people.
You think
Oh,
the
man.
warp drive might be a bit
No. I
overpowered?
think it's actually it's
I agree. I think it's probably
it's
pretty
definitely
well
a way,
balanced. It doesn't take
right?
you away
Yeah,
from it, but
it definitely gets you
it gets you enough away
exactly.
to reset.
It's a good way to reset yourself and get back into the fight. That's super cool.
Because I
Hey,
don't
Dave.
think we actually escaped anything
Right.
of that. We just moved enough
Yep.
to reset.
It moved
Yeah.
us quick enough.
Dave, do you have Chuck E. Cheese where you're at there in London?
No, not Chuck E. Cheese.
Do you have like game like places you go to where?
Oh, is it an arcade restaurant
Yeah.
kind of thing?
Yeah, and you get
So-
tickets. You get like little tickets, and you can trade the tickets in.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
few places like that.
Well, if you're a really good developer, my PC should be kicking out tickets right now. I don't see any tickets.
Yeah.
So-
No, I'm just messing with you, Dave.
We
Yeah,
have
no-
Iceman. He's made a fan with Iceman tonight. He says, I am going to contribute. As little as I can, though, but I am certainly enjoying this.
Oh, what a gem.
Iceman
a
is from Iceland. Or no, not Iceland, New Zealand.
He did have another question. You could make it, or I guess more of a statement. You could make it so that when you reach a certain amount of points in a level, you unlock the next one, similar to a leveling system in Overcooked, a time-scored system in racing.
Yeah. So in Overcooked, they gave you like a star rating, like 1, 2, or 3 stars. And I think to get onto the next level, you need like a 2-star rating or something. I'm pretty sure that's how it worked in Overcooked. All those things. I will definitely be taking notes, 100%, because I haven't finalised how I want that to happen yet. And we've got the other confusion. If someone on your team has unlocked a level, you'd expect other people to be able to do the level as well. So yeah, there are some interesting
Yeah,
complications.
and I think that was the other question that I was going to ask was, let's say that, somebody joins you. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Hang on. Let's say somebody joins you and they have progressed further in your story or whatever, and they have more unlocks than maybe you do, so they can bring their unlocks on. That does open up that conversation of, hey, I have this, let's I can use my things, you can use your things. But then, like, kind of like with Far Cry right now, what they're seeing is, so if Corp joins me and I've progressed through the story more, Corp is not going to get the credit for what my story has progressed like I have. So even if he plays through 4 missions with me and I'm way farther in the story than he is, he's not getting any credit for that. And so how do you weigh back and forth the story progression per person who's playing with other people?
Okay, so I think that people don't like that kind of progression. People want to be able to play with each other and feel like they're actually having a part. They're actually getting rewarded for being a part of someone's story. And to kind of side answer the question is that's why we're all the same on the ship. Yeah, no one has any abilities. No one has stats like they can run
Right.
faster or they have more HP. They can't heal people, because that means that if someone's played the game for many hours and has unlocked lots of things, I want them to be, at the same place as someone that hasn't played it very long. They've just got a few more tools in their box of toys. They've got more toys.
Understood.
So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
people
Okay.
will definitely be able to join someone else, play levels with them. They'll probably unlock the level. If they complete it, they'll probably unlock the level, and they
So
can
what
play
if?
it. They'll probably
So
Go
what
on.
if you think about it this way? So like with Skyrim, let's say, you pick up missions as you go along a main story. So is that something where maybe even your main story isn't linear driven? It's more uncovering what your story is by exploring, other than saying, okay, your mission now is A to B. And then, okay, I go to A to B. Now, okay, your story is from B to C. Okay, I've gone from B to C. Now, this and this. And so each person is going from A to Z at different times. Can you do something where it's like, okay, yeah, I've explored around over here and I've found these things, but this person may have gone over here and found these things. Is that something that you're kind of thinking about, or is it really more linear, like I said, where it's like A to B, B to C, C to D, and stuff like that?
So actually, the original idea was far more like your web, yeah, where people could go and make choices at the end of the level. At the end of the level, you'd actually have a decision to make. Like, once you complete the level, it would say, do you want to go towards the distress beacon or towards the asteroid
Nice.
field?
Okay.
Yeah, and the actual story would unravel that way. However, now I've written quite a in-depth story for the game. I still want people to experience it in the correct or rather than a mishmash. So to answer your question, I don't know the
Right.
answer.
So,
okay?
your story that you've already written, can you create it more of a lore other than a linear story? Can you make it more of like, okay, here is the lore of what we're doing here. So we're out here because of whatever reason, and this is the lore that you're uncovering as you find things.
Yeah. Okay. So the very first level is, as I said, there's going to be a huge catastrophe that's happened on the ship, and it's killed off all of the crew apart from the 4 people. And as the story progresses, you're going to kind of find out what that mission is that you were originally on. Like all of the some minor spoilers. Everyone's a clone on the ship, so you actually get to discover, oh, why are we all clones of the same person? And another kind of teaser as to what's happening is you're going to find out that actually you're all playing inside a computer simulation.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh.
we're actually a computer playing out simulations of what could happen, and the story will actually unravel
That's
from
cool,
there.
yeah.
You'll find out those kind of things in the first half of the game. So you can see that it actually starts to make telling the story a bit harder, because if some people don't realize they're the game's being played from the AI's point of view, they might not understand the ending. So it's just something I have to be really wary of when deciding that kind of thing.
Super cool. That's cool.
I have 2 questions for you, Dave. I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm only
Yeah.
going to ask you one question right now, but this, you may not be able to answer this one, but how much more do you have to put in this game? How much more time do you? This is kind of awesome how much you already have in this. But what do you project?
What are you talking about? How long do you think it's going to take?
Yeah, what's your goal? Because I think you've done quite a bit just in the
Our shields are down!
4 months that you did this.
Yes. So, like we said, this is only 4 months worth of work. What I hope to do after the Kickstarter is to let's do the
Who's
speed.
blue?
That's
Well,
me.
you're moving really slow through my shields.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, that was
Oh, there
me.
you go. Okay, I see. All right.
Man, it's
Yeah,
getting
so
harder.
Yeah, it's getting tough.
Kickstarter do one level really, like just do one really solid level. You know, I want to have some objectives that you have to capture. I want to have some like a base you have to defend, and then I'll release it to people and get feedback that way. So you can see the whole process is going to be, you know, I release something and I get feedback, and that helps me balance the ships, balance the rooms.
Sure.
Some rooms might not be fun, you know. Some levels might be too hard or might not be entertaining enough.
Who can set up the droids?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't
I
put
don't know.
any.
Where are the droids
at?
at? Are they up top?
Okay,
didn't
so
put
we
it in.
have no way of repairing rooms. So if any rooms get destroyed, we'll see like flashing lights above them,
Nice.
and that means we can't use them anymore.
Awesome.
Yeah, we get these like cool sirens.
So real quick, we have a question for you here, Mr. Dave. Mr. Dave. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I just started following, so this is a new follower of ours. Welcome, Vixen Saber. Have you ever considered reading 50 Shades of Grey?
No, I haven't. I've heard bad things about it, but I don't tend to read books if I can help it at all. Really,
It's a great story. That's a great answer.
Dave, I read books if it's in the movie format. That's
There
how
you
I
go.
read books.
yeah.
Okay, so
Like when I'm on the toilet, I read a book.
Right. I got a great.
here's a question for you. Now, here's a real question. Could there maybe be factions of enemies, and maybe have friendly
Nice.
NPC ships that help you fight along the way?
Oh.
So 100%, that is definitely going to be in there. So you can already see that there's kind of two factions. There's the red one with they kind of like the gills. I
Yes.
see them. Those ships have already been redesigned, and there's the more organic ones that we've got. And there will be factions, and the different enemy ships will handle differently. Like I said, some will have shields. Some will like teleport or cloak, and we'll put all that kind of thing in the game.
That's awesome.
So, Mr. Dave Iceman wants to tell you that if you've heard all the bad things about 50 Shades of Grey, then you clearly missed all the good things.
And will you tell Iceman
I'll have to take
to
his
get
word for
his
it.
ass into the Twitch channel so that we can actually all see his?
He's there, but he can't for some reason. He says he can't. It won't let him type
Well,
in there, so he's just talking to me through this.
I heard a lot of women chip their teeth after 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay, so real quick, now that we've done that,
That was
E-Dog,
awesome.
if you want to build our next ship, and or if Mr. Dave, if there's something that we haven't missed and you want to build our next ship,
No, wait a
that'd be
minute.
great.
Wait,
What?
wait. It's not, Mr. Dave, you build
Yeah,
a
Mr.
ship.
Dave, you need to
This-
build us
okay.
a ship.
Come on.
Oh yeah, that's the only
Come
one
on.
Hey, so we'll go on this one. This is my favourite ship design.
Perfect.
So we'll definitely
Now
use this one.
here's what we're
Looks like it.
here's what we're gonna do. E-Dog, do we have questions?
I have a
No.
question,
I
but
mean,
gonna
I'm
hold
talking
off.
about questions about the different countries and things.
So Apexa's one. Apexa's been. He's the one that's like the game developer asking all these questions. The wannabe game developer. He says his only criticism at this point is the screen space feels a little cramped beyond the shield.
So this is something that I debate with people every other day. So I've got two problems that I'm trying to solve. Some people want to be able to zoom out to see where the enemies are, so they can shoot their guns further away and get those enemies. Some people want to zoom into the ship so they can see what's happening, you know, and really feel like, you know, the explosions happening. It feels more visceral, you know, the smoke and stuff. So trying to appease those two audiences is going to be really hard. Either there'll be a dynamic camera that, you know, if you're on a long range gun, it will zoom out. or I'll just have it so that if you mouse wheel or something, it zooms in and out. Ship feels light, but the shields could be thinner. Yeah, they definitely could be. The problem with that is I really love that little wobble that goes across the shield.
Yes.
so from a aesthetic point of view, I don't know if I'd make the shields thinner.
So maybe
also that would be a
so
nerf.
maybe even okay. So let's say this. So, if you have your so maybe zoom out a little bit more, to show a little bit more of the space that you're playing in. I think is what he's kind of saying. But then also, no, I think the shields are great. I think what I'm seeing right now is great. I do agree that the enemies going underneath you is strange, but then also kind of how big the ship is on the screen is kind of strange. But even then, I mean, so far, I mean, I'm able to see everything that's coming in. I'm able to see the enemies' shots coming in when I'm on the shield, and I'm able to kind of maneuver myself around the room. I will tell you that the thing that was shooting us further, the what was that? The hyperdrive. Super awesome. That is something that is super cool because there are moments where there are so many enemies on the screen. If you don't have that, you're dead. So I think that's
it puts them all in one area.
Exactly.
Doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Once you start getting surrounded, you're pretty much screwed. So once you're able to, if you can hit that hyperdrive and get out of that situation and just okay, yes, we've gotten out of that situation. We now need to re-examine where everybody's at, who's on the guns, who's steering the ship, who's on the shield. I mean, that's super cool to be able to get yourself out of the moment for a minute and then get yourself back into it, especially without PvP. Now, with PvP, that might be a little bit of a overshield type attribute to have. So kind of saying I have more of a shield than you do because I can get out, I can get away from you and get myself realigned to everything. So I agree with all of that. So that's super cool.
And we missed a question, Dave. Can you put in an Easter egg in your game for the Sandboxgang? It's 586.
100% done. Yeah, we'll talk about
Apexa?
Something.
That's Apexa?
Yes.
Let me see if I can find
real quick, we have a new follower, Vixen Saber, and a new subscriber, Vixen Saber. Thank you for both. That is excellent.
Thank you, Vixen Saber, for the
Nice
support.
T, who is our residential UKEN. So I'm sure you two have seen each other walking on the street at some point in time. And
Yeah, mate, it's late. Go to bed.
you guys are
now in New Zealand.
You've probably seen this.
Oh, he's in New Zealand. That's right. You wouldn't have seen it.
Well, we do. If you've never heard the haka before from the All Blacks, it's definitely worth a listen.
Haka, haka,
Haka,
haka.
haka, hoy,
This
hoy,
is
hoy.
your ship here, huh?
Haka, haka shit. By the way, Dave,
Ouch.
Apexa has...
Go ahead.
The hell? Apexa has suggested SBG or 586, which is similarity to SBG in numbers. 586 as an Easter egg in your game.
Oh, I see.
And it'd be great if you found the Easter egg or put the Easter egg in or however you want to do it. It'd be like a beer pop. Like a...
What I'll do, I'll brainstorm some ideas and we'll come up with something, and I'll discuss it between us, and at some point we'll see if anyone finds it, and if they don't, we'll tell them a few months later. Yeah,
That'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious.
Think of something.
Corp,
yeah.
you're being summoned by La Petite Russe. Do we want to go ahead and start now with Dave,
Yeah.
with you building the ship? Who is doing what?
Oh, okay. So what I've kind of done is in the middle, are things that we can accidentally walk over. So
yeah,
if we're
I
going,
stumbled on that last round. Yeah, go ahead.
so if you're trying to get to like the repair drones, from would accidentally walk over the thing that increased movement speed. So this is kind of a trick where in the corridors, as it were, the connecting rooms, I've put rooms that trigger other events. So let's have let's put, who did shields last time?
I did shields last time.
Okay,
That's
cool.
Ladies Mon.
So let's put Corp on shields. Let's
Alright.
put E-Dog on the back guns. Ladies, you can do the repair drones and that bottom kind of a gun. So each person kind of has a gun. So the repair drones has the double shot near it. The shields has the double shot near it, and then we've just got a bunch of guns for E-Dog at
Nice.
the back. Yeah.
All right. Let's do
Always
it.
got to bring out the rear. That's fine.
Nice T number one.
Let's
Yes. We would be
Shields are up, Captain.
honored to be in your game, number one. And if we did put an Easter egg in
Holy.
of SBG, yes, people would know who it was. I agree. Holy crap! I ran through a room and am now running as fast as I would expect to run if I was if I had.
What's that rail gun?
I don't know, but that thing is
Is that the
freaking
rail
awesome.
gun?
Yes, that railgun, it's because it does damage to every enemy it hits. It's really good at AOE. If you get those little swarms of fighter jets, that railgun's the one to take them out.
All right, we've got a repair drone out, everyone. Now we've got more.
Yeah. And you can see that increased movement speed kicking in
Yes,
there.
that's awesome.
I got yams in my bank
What I-
account.
Nice discovery on the galaxy there, E-Dog.
Yeah, good job. Hey, I discovered that one right there.
All right, we got a ship coming in on the starboard side.
I'm destroying them right now, Captain. Over. Who's steering the ship?
That's me.
Dave
Nice.
is on it. Mr.
Yeah.
Dave's captain.
Yep. I get to have the hat with the feather in.
Nice. You got a hook?
Yeah.
Now, how cool would it be to, if you discovered a planet or something like that, have resources and things like that come out of that planet and all that kind of stuff. So, like, if you discover a planet, it gives you new health, or it gives you new
Yeah,
energy
that's an
or
idea.
something like that. That way, you want to fly around and try and get these planets and things like that.
Yeah, so the reason why I don't think I'd do it on planets is because I see the planets being quite far away. Even though I know for planets to actually move this fast, we'd have to be traveling like so much faster than the speed of light. But hey, it's a game.
Right.
So
Creative license.
Yep.
yeah, I'd love to think about those kind of ideas of actually picking up resources at planets. So yeah, we'll see.
And that's more, and I think I'm thinking more of a sandbox type game where you may need resources when you're done with a mission or something like that. You've picked up so many resources to spend on such and such. So I agree that's a that might be one that's. Now, I do enjoy the damage that I'm seeing on the enemy ships and stuff like that. That's super cool.
Yeah, so like area specific damage, and that'll get better as well. Well, every aspect of the game will
Right.
get better, but so that's why there's no health bars on the enemies, because I want people to actually look at the enemy and be like, well, I can see it's been hit a few times, so it's at
Now-
half health or.
So
full
here's
health.
another question for you. The when I'm running around inside of the room, did you ever play around with the idea of letting me go into a room and maybe hit space bar
Shield.
and sit in a
Blades.
chair? What? I'm not on the shields.
We're in the bar.
Oh shoot, have we been in the bar for a while?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hopefully we've moved now. Now it's full screen. Holy hell.
I'm getting us the hell out of here,
Yeah,
Mr. Dave.
do we have a do we have hyperdrive?
Oh yeah,
There you
drive,
go.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
awesome. I'm telling you what, that right there is amazing. That's an awesome feature of this right there. That really does help you get out of situations.
It's understated, isn't it? Because all you're doing is moving the ship. You're not damaging
Right.
anyone. You're not really defending yourself.
Exactly.
It's a utility.
Oh.
Yes, that's an awesome piece of that.
It's just enough to reset what you were doing.
So, what you said about being able to trigger a room to sit down in it, lots of people have asked for this. I want to have a button so that you can like lock yourself in a room, and lots of people want a button to activate the room. So that will be in the settings. Cool. You actually be able to toggle. Do you want automatic activation of rooms, or do you want to have to push a button when you and
even then maybe it's because that's the other piece, is that I was seeing that as I was walking through rooms, I was activating them, and maybe that wasn't a room that I wanted activated at that exact second. So like maybe you have the ones that are like the open rooms that you can only utilize, and like the ones where it says, okay, I've walked into this room and now I have to have a buffer time of 15 seconds for it to happen again. Maybe that's one that you have to walk through and activate, because that's more of a strategic room to utilize other than just like a weapon room where I can walk in and do whatever I want.
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? You know, the last layout that I had, I'd laid it out purposely so you might accidentally trigger the damage up room, but if the damage up room had a really long cooldown, then that might be something that you don't actually want triggered,
right?
So there'll definitely be an option, because some people like the control style, and I like how it's just really simple.
100%.
I love being able to say to people, the controls are just WASD, and where you stand in a room directs the room, but now that you've played a few matches, you're starting to think, how can I optimize this? And it's for you people now. Once you're like 3-4 games into it, you're like, right, I want to be able to activate rooms. I understand now. I get the premise.
Excellent. Okay. Uh-oh.
Hello, Corpse.
Corpulus just subscribed.
Mr. Dave, 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 Mr. Dave,
Mr. Dave.
BGS, BGS, BG.
Do you not have one of the bots that reads it out? Do you actually have to
you
put on a different accent and read it out yourself?
No, we got the button.
Mr. Dave.
Yes.
Cheers to Dave.
Cheers to Dave. Dave, this is awesome. This has been excellent. Let's see here. I'm building this ship.
Okay, Dave, while Lades is building this ship, how many other games have you created? Apps? Just dumb games? Any games?
Games? Loads of dumb games. So I've done a few mobile phone games. I've done a bunch of browser-based games. And by the way, like browser-based games, those get played all of the time. So I've had like 100,000 people play my browser-based games just by putting them on like Newgrounds and those kind of websites. There is literally always someone playing one of those games. And I've done like a Total Smash Out, Two Tap, I did Match'em, and they're all kind of like Match'em's a co-op app game. It's a puzzle game, and Total Smash Out, you were kind of like these gladiators, like from the 80s, knocking each other off pillars with these foam bats. I've done a bunch of games. And I mostly write tutorials for other game makers. But people used to be like, when you're doing like a full feature game, so that's how this actually came about. Nice. I went to a meetup with other game developers. And everyone like they had their gone.
I'm sorry. Do you have like a YouTube channel that you do these tutorials on that you can promote?
I put them on my website, davetech.co.uk. I'll put it in.
Yeah, throw it up there.
Yeah, put that. We'll check it out.
I did play
Oh,
all these.
delete
games.
it.
Yeah, we got it. We have to do it. So what is it? You let Corporalist do it for you.
It's davetech.co.uk. Let me.
You can whisper it to one of us, and then we can put it up for
Yeah.
you.
There you go. I put it in
I
the
got it.
Discord one.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, Nice T is going through a storm. Brow, brow.
I did play all of your other games.
Yes.
Since I wasn't allowed to play this one, I did play
So
them
Dave,
all.
I don't know if you saw, I actually was on top of your leaderboards there for a minute. Ladies Mon.
Bullshit! I was on the top.
I
Of the
was
leaderboard
on
for
the
that,
top.
Gladiator.
Blah 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 blah. I'm so bitter.
No, I
I put the
was.
Sandboxgang
I
name
put
in.
my name in because I'm better
I
than
put
you.
Sandboxgang.
I'm better than you. So,
So I really love like daily scoreboards because lots of like people at school, you know, when you get a class together, you're like, hey, look, there's a daily scoreboard, and you'll get to kind of race to the top. And I do love that kind of thing. That's fantastic.
super cool. No, and I know when you and I first started talking, I downloaded your games and they were very cool. The trash can on the one with the gladiators is freaking awesome.
Oh, that is my favorite character I've ever put into a game ever.
The design of
Yeah.
it is super cool. And did you actually create the design of that character, or did you get somebody else to?
No, again, that was
See,
Dex.
now how long have you been working with Dex?
Oh, probably about a year and a bit.
That's super cool.
now.
Okay. Now, do you know where he's stationed
See-
out of or anything like that?
Yeah, he is in Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Nice. That's super cool. Uh-oh, we
They
got
can-
some bits coming in.
They can smoke. They can smoke weed out there.
They certainly can. All right, listen, here's what I want. I'm going to be steering the ship. I want
Thank you for those biddies. SD.
I want Corpulus on the railgun up here on the top right.
All right,
I
got it.
want Dave on our No. I want E-Dog on our shields and our repair shields, and then I want Dave back here on the missiles and the spray and pray. Now, E-Dog, also, since you're on shields, I want you to also do the repair drones if you see that we are in trouble.
And then off the railgun, I'll come down and repair the shields if I think they're
Cool.
coming down.
So yeah, Corp will keep his eye on the shields as well. E-Dog, I want you to run back and do the repair. And then also, E-Dog, I want you to hit that trigger boost if we need out of the situation. Cool?
I'm in.
Go!
Yep.
Sure.
Let's do this!
Go. Bow, 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 biddy-boo, biddy-boo.
Alright, we're going forward.
That's what I should have done. I should have just recorded you singing a song and put that as the backing
Yeah.
track.
Bounce, 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 bounce. That doesn't sound like a computer. That sounds like a... Now, that would be a cool transmission that comes through, and there's like an alien
Yeah.
ship.
I know a great guy that builds futuristic Windows sounds.
Yeah, Plumbing Fan could help out with some of your sounds as well.
Man, you gotta not be drunk to do this railgun.
Well, that's not actually using any of our energy.
It's not, but I mean, it's precision.
Yeah, it's a
On
skill,
moving targets.
isn't it?
So,
SD, that was for
So
you.
right-
Yes.
so right
Hmm.
now, if I were to scroll my middle mouse button up, if I could zoom out just a little bit.
Nice boost.
Yeah. So it does scroll a tiny bit when you drive the ship. So the faster the ship's going, the more it zooms
Right.
out. But you're right. There's a load more I could do in
Yeah,
that
that's
area.
cool though.
Time and money. Time and money. Oh, you went with that damn one shield thing again. didn't you?
did.
I don't know how I feel about
Where'd
that.
he
yet.
go? Where'd he go? The captain just baited ship. Son of a bitch.
Captain!
Hey,
Captain!
hey, Dave. Dave, you should equip people with knives so we can go stab the captain.
Rose,
Yeah,
thank you
an
for the
airlock.
biddies.
We'll go brutal on it. We'll do it Battlestar Galactica style. We'll kick
Captain!
everyone out of the airlock.
We want to go stab him.
Damn it, Captain, get your ass back here. How's he gonna just abandon ship?
Captain had to,
Yeah,
Captain had to take a
Captain
leak.
goes down
I
with
had to
the
take a
ship.
leak. Uh-oh. Okay, our back right side looks like it's on fire. Oh, no, that's the gun. Okay. Hey, we're doing all right.
Well, no
Hey, we need to... Somebody
shit.
needs to go up there and heal the hull. Oh, no. Did they already do it?
He
Kill
activated
the
drones.
hole.
You can't heal the
Oh, we can't heal the hull?
So the repair drones go and repair damaged rooms. But actually, I think we've been pretty good keeping the rooms alive.
Yes. So, okay, so you can't actually heal yourself at all.
Not the ship. And there might be a way to do it in the future, but it would have to be like really expensive. Like it would have to use all your energy, or I don't know. It would have to be balanced.
Agreed. Who is healing? Who is over the freaking shields? Who did I put over the shields?
Yeah, Shield's been doing pretty good.
No, whoever's over the shield is doing
Yes,
horrible.
Bullshit.
You're doing
Suck
good,
it.
dude. You only got one shield side with
Well,
that
I
thing.
know. Look, we're getting hit right now.
No,
Yes,
we're
we
not.
are.
We
We're
weren't.
getting hit on the back left or back right side. Now we're getting hit from the back right side.
Well, I only got one side I can put the fucking shield on.
I love it.
We'll get your. Oh
Jesus.
shit! I closed the
Fuck.
window. There we go.
Fucking Captain, your ship
No,
sucks.
I
Yeah.
did good. No, go do another warp
Go,
drive.
shields, go.
Warp drive. Warp drive.
All right, I'm driving. What? I'm in the driver's seat. Go, get out of here. We can't.
How
do
many
drivers.
people are driving this ship? Okay, so there's a question for you. So both of us were in one room.
Yeah.
How is that? How did you? So is it the original person that was in the ship
Yeah, so
or in the room?
gets the priority of the room is the person who's been in the room the longest.
They take. Okay.
Yeah. Because there's like I can't imagine like people trying to like grief each other in this game. But maybe it will happen with like siblings and stuff. So yeah, I just made it so that
We're not siblings.
We're like.
Yeah, it's just the person who's been in the room the longest gets priority.
Excellent.
I'll tell you what, Dave. This is a
Yeah,
fun
this
game.
is
I
super
love it.
cool.
It's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's really fun.
Well,
And then
I
we're
think
getting into the bantering too, and it's making it even more hilarious.
Yeah, I love it.
I think that kind of the game as it is. This is like you can see the limits of it now. Enemies spawning around. It's only entertaining for so long. So that's why I'm really looking forward to actually having some story elements that people can get their teeth around.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're.
Yeah.
onto
This
something
is
with
this is a
that. And then what you got is a great.
yeah. This is
game.
a super awesome concept.
I do like it. I like it a lot.
Let's do another.
So have we done all of the ships so far?
We've done.
We know we've done. I don't think we've done the last one here. No, we did do this one. We did.
Like, can we do one of these that are just a line?
I don't think we did this one right here.
No, we did not do this one yet.
Yeah,
All the other ones I think we did do.
because I don't know how long you're going to stream for. So I don't know when you're going to
Well, we
call
didn't
it.
want to keep you all night because we know it's really early for you, but we're probably going for another 4 hours. Probably 3 hours. 2 to 3 hours.
Well, I hope you've got another game lined up for after this one then.
We do have an alternative.
We do,
plan,
yes.
Thank you,
Cool.
SD.
We'll be probably jumping into some modded Minecraft after this. But
And you're more
yes, and
welcome to join
100%, you are welcome to stay with us and hang out and talk as much as you want.
Let's do one more game. We'll use the ship because then we've gone through all the ships then, and you know, we can go from
Perfect.
there. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, don't feel pressure, Dave. We appreciate you sharing the game
Yeah,
with us.
this is super
and-
cool. What
Yeah, this is
what I
fun.
would
love
like to do is, even as you continue to develop this game, as you make huge strides between it, if you want to come back and have us play it again, we will 100% grab it up.
Absolutely.
It's
I love it.
a blast.
I would love to take part of the progress in this game. This is cool as hell, and I hope you got some ideas from us. If not, that's
definitely.
okay.
I have actually
But-
written some down. So
It's fun. I love it.
All right, let's do this last one then. I guess maybe. Is anybody have any? We're coming toward the end here of the interview and the game. So if you have your last minute questions, go ahead and get them in now.
Can you make a spaceship that looks like an SBG?
Who's gonna build this?
How about
one?
just a cube,
like the
like a
Borg?
board ship,
I'm in with the Borg.
like a Borg ship?
I think that with the first one, the blue one, am I already treading on the Star Trek toes a bit too
You are
much?
a little bit, but you have to keep it because everybody's gonna want to play that ship.
Yeah.
How about Spaceballs? What does that ship look like?
A vacuum cleaner. It turns into a vacuum lady.
She's gone to Mega Maid.
Oh, SD, thank you for going and hitting that Kickstarter up. That is awesome.
What
Thank
did I
you.
do?
Thank you. That's
SD.
what this is about. Thank you,
Yes.
SD.
So
Do we wanna-
and that's the big thing I think right now is that if you want to go over there to that Kickstarter, hit him up, let him hit his goal and stuff like that. That's awesome.
I want to flex that SBG muscle right now and just say, yeah.
Yes.
We know he's tracking that progress on our link, so everybody hit that link up.
Nice T has a he
Mhm.
feels things for
Yeah.
you here, and it seems like he says when we said 3 to 4 hours, your eyes glimmered a little bit. It does look like
They did.
Do we want
what
to?
kind of light is
Do we
happening?
want to bring Iceman in here and let the two
Do you
Englishmen
guys
go
want
at
to
it?
talk in your English language with each other?
and like Bolocks and jog on and bloody A?
Wait a minute. I got a question on
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
Did
But
we line
they-
up a quiz for Mr. Dave? We were working on it.
I
we ever get
did.
to-
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right,
hang
let's
on,
do it.
hang on. Before we do that,
Yeah.
before we do that, you got Minecraft on there now.
Dave knows this. Ain't
Hang
I'm
on,
sure.
let's hang on. Let me do this real quick. Let me jump into this. And
So the SBG, the three of us decided to give some money as well to the cause.
yes.
But I think we were going to tie it into whether or not you got these answers right on the quiz.
I think so.
Oh.
So for each answer, you get
Right.
Hang on, let me
$10
throw this up real quick.
that you get right. For each answer you get wrong, you owe us $20.
Where in the world did it go? Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I like that, but I don't think we agreed to that.
Do I need to keep
Aye.
my hands up here so I don't Google?
That's not it. That's not it. Dang it! I misplaced.
Hepexa doesn't speak English. He's French. Oh,
Ooh.
eat it, Hepexa. How did Dave meet the Sandbox Gang? Well, that was a ladies' man deal. Ladies' man's a stalker.
Very true. When Ladies Mon gets his eye on something, it's I get excited.
That's why I don't walk with him at lunch anymore.
If I get
Iceman, if you're listening, jump into one of the Discord chats and we'll
we'll bring
you
you
in.
over.
All right,
Yeah,
E-Dog,
you-
I'm ready for these
Okay,
questions.
are
Let's
you
go.
You
are
bloody
you ready,
bloke.
Dave, for a couple questions? Who wants to build this ship? Corpolis, where are you at?
You know what? I want to
Yeah,
do one.
yeah, I know you were super interested in building these ships, so get to work.
In London, there's a big ass clock. It's even shown in one of the vacation movies. What is the actual name of this clock? What the fuck are you spitting up your water for? What?
So,
That was your fucking
are these questions
Yeah,
for me?
yes, this question
Are these questions
it's
for
for
me?
all of us.
No. Wait a minute, Dave. Dave, hold on. Let Corpolis and Lades answer that one.
Well, let's let him answer
Big
first. Yeah,
Ben.
let's let it. Well, okay. Yeah, I say Big Ben as well. I mean, that's it.
Okay, Dave, what's your answer?
I think it might be a trick question. I think Big Ben might be the name of the bell, and I think it might be called St. James's Tower or something.
It's called the Clock Tower.
What?
Big Ben
No,
is
you're wrong.
Big Ben is the name of the
Oh,
bell in the
That's
tower.
ridiculous. He
Well,
already
he had
said that.
partly
He
right.
said that. We'll give that to him. We'll give that to him.
You two are wrong. You two are wrong.
I
Dave
agree.
wins.
Oh yeah,
I
we're way
agree.
wrong.
I didn't get the name right.
That's
though.
okay, but I mean, you got the bell name right, which is what we thought. Big Ben was the clock.
No, it is not.
So
Big Ben.
now I know that they're trick questions as well.
Okay, London. Everybody has heard of Jack the Ripper. That's London's most notorious serial killer. Did they ever catch him, or did they not?
No, they didn't catch him.
You want me to reply?
Yeah,
as
they
well?
didn't catch him.
I don't think they did.
Dave.
No, they don't even know who he was.
Really?
All right, you're up to $20.
You're suddenly trying to make them harder. Oh no!
Ah,
Just pretend there are only 2 questions. Cut your losses.
let me see. Well, hold on. I gotta make his shit harder.
All right, I think I got this one ready to go.
This ship. Ouch.
I'll drive it.
Okay.
I want Mr.
Whoa,
Dave.
that's
I
pretty
want
cool.
no. Lades, I want you on shields.
Okay.
You got your shield repair right there. So if you get hurt, you and I will be repairing your
Perfect.
shield. Mr. Dave, I want you on the backside here with the guns. Well, I want you and E-Dog
minute.
running the back half of this ship. You
I
guys
got
figure
one
out
more
how you want.
question for Dave. Dave, have you ever been to the Aldgate station?
No. I assume that you're not saying that correctly.
God damn it.
What is the Aldgate station?
Aldgate.
Oh,
Aldgate.
Okay.
Aldgate.
Have you ever been there?
No, I haven't.
True or false? It has 1,000 bodies buried underneath it.
Oh, is that a question to me?
What?
I'll let the others answer first.
Oh, there he is.
What? Aldgate.
What's the question, E-Dog?
It has 1,000 bodies buried
What?
underneath Aldgate Station.
Aldgate station?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Is that a subway or something?
Yes, train station.
Train station.
It might be a tube station, I guess.
I don't know.
That triple shot is awesome.
How much damage is it
There's,
doing?
I don't know. I didn't pick that
Oh,
bridge.
you son of a bitch.
I wanted the speed. I picked the speed.
true story. There's 1,000 bodies buried underneath that station.
Okay, actually, I'd have got that wrong then. I was actually going to say that was false.
I don't understand.
Actually, true.
I don't know either.
It's some kind of train station. And there's 1,000 bodies.
Is that
buried
the one
underneath
where
that station.
people get lost down there?
No, they're just buried.
No,
bad.
I mean people go down there. It's like the catacombs, right? Isn't there catacombs down there?
This place looks pretty cool. The Millennium Dome.
Did you run out of questions already?
He's got to.
You
He's
did.
got to run the ship.
Not me.
You got to run the guns of the ship.
Look at that big bastard.
This thing is.
Get
Oh,
it,
we
get it.
got
Yeah,
it.
nice job, boys. Nice job. Shields up, guns up.
Shields
we got
are
this.
Shields are great. What is up, Iceman?
Oh, there's the younger Englishman.
What is up?
There's Iceman.
What's up, me dude?
What is up, my dudes?
Well, say hi to Mr. Dave. He is the creator of this game you're watching.
Evening, chap.
Evening.
He did join us in chat today, and he was the one asking a bunch of questions to us earlier as well.
Say good evening, you bloody bloke.
No.
How about the haka for
Back
him?
away, back away.
And you're wrong about your ice cream story. I corrected it for you. Don't worry.
wait, what? I had an ice cream story? What are you on about?
The
Yeah,
ice
your
cream
ice cream story.
What has happened? Why?
In Discord?
What ice cream story?
The one where he wanted the vanilla out of the coffee.
Oh yeah, no, that did actually happen. Yeah, there was that blooming American guy at the top of the Sky Tower. That's not a lie or anything. That's 100% accurate, and I was so
Hold
tempted
on.
to smack him over the back of the head.
But anyway, meet Mr. Dave. He's the one that created this game.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Dave.
So, Mr. Dave, Iceman is one of the guys that's kind of come along with us on the Sandboxgang. He, I guess, grew up in England area and now lives in New Zealand for most of his life, I believe.
Hey, Corp, I need you to jump off and renew our shields real quick, man.
No, we're still good, but you still got the
Okay.
shield.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I will jump off if necessary. But I think we got it. Whoever's on that triple gun, I love you.
That's me.
You're doing a fantastic job. And then
Fuck
Mr.
off.
Dave is
Don't
just
fucking
hitting all
do it.
the extra benefits. Yeah. Keeping those charts. All right, I'm going to hit that shield. There we go.
Yeah, we're getting
E-Dog, if you could hit that boost next to you, or is that, I think that's passive.
hammered.
Oh, hit that purple
Oh
one.
shit!
Hit
Our
that
field
purple
of
one.
shields.
Yeah.
There you go. Man, I'm telling you
Yeah,
what,
there
that
you
thing
go.
is. I'm telling you, that thing saves so many situations. It's freaking awesome.
Let's go ahead and switch.
He-
Late. Oh, no,
He's
I'll
gonna get a
I'll hit
nerf.
I'll hit the droid. We got to send the droid out. All right. All right, you're
Hey,
driving.
Matt.
I got the shields. I'm
All
on
right,
the
cool.
shields.
I'll keep us moving forward.
I had to get the droid out. We got some rooms that need repair.
Dude, look at us. Look at how many we're doing. This is good. This is a good run.
Yeah.
Hit that. Yeah. Get ready to hit that warp if we get overwhelmed. here.
Hey, I can too speak
job.
American. I speak very well American. E-Dog.
You know, one of the things I really did, and like Americans, we're always ignorant and whatever. I didn't know what bullocks were. I had to
What's a
look
bullock?
that
Yeah,
shit
what
up.
is that?
You talking about bollocks?
It's not an American word. We don't use it.
Is he trying to say
Same-
bollocks?
Bullocks?
Yes. Bollocks.
Yeah.
I would bang Sandra Bullock.
You're putting emphasis on the wrong part of the word, Corp.
Bullocks.
Well, we
Yeah.
don't use it over here.
Bollocks is a fantastic word because you can use it as like a sign of frustration. Like you drop your coffee, you go bollocks.
But like, ask
no.
Lady'smon or E-Dog what that word
No
means.
idea.
No, if we spoke coffee, we're like motherfucker.
Yeah, but you can use bollocks around children.
No, we use
Mate,
motherfucker.
please don't use your bollocks around children.
I mean,
can't show it.
more than your average swearing, yeah. But like, if something's bad, like you come across a bad event, you say, "Oh, bollocks." But if you get something good, you say, "Oh, that's the dog's bollocks right there."
Yeah, but my parole officer said I can't show my buttocks around kids anymore.
See, I like this setup here of having the shield and then the regen right next
Yeah, that's
to it.
super good.
This is by far the best.
Yeah,
we've
this
done.
is excellent. Now, what I will tell you right now is that Hapexa and La Petite
Yes.
Rose are in the chat with us now. These are
So now we have Canada represented here as well.
So we do have more in here with
And
you,
South
Mr.
Dakota.
Dave, and we want just the conversation to continue.
Greetings.
Hupexa, what's
What's
up?
up, Pepexa?
Hey, how you
Meet
doing, Mr. Dave?
Dave?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Considering it's 4 o'clock
Oh
in the
yeah, I
morning.
bet.
Wow.
I'm sorry about that, Mr.
The amount of coffee I've had to drink.
I was wondering what time it was there. So I didn't mean to grill you so much. I was kind of interested, so I just know how you did all your stuff there.
You did mean to.
Yeah,
drill
you
him.
meant to drill, and it was super good. I mean,
Yeah,
the
well,
the questions.
and-
A little
The
bit.
questions
I mean,
were
just
great,
trying
yeah.
to
Oh
contribute.
yeah,
Yeah,
All right, we got all of our rooms repaired.
questions were
Yeah, you-
awesome.
Yeah,
yeah,
no, they
you
were good.
buttocks.
Bullock.
No, yeah, not buttocks. It's bullocks. There's an L in there where the T's go.
Not Bolocks. You're putting emphasis too much on the O, right? Driving me mental. Stop
Bullock.
that.
Say it one more time for me.
Bollocks.
Bullock.
Ballocks.
It's your balls. Is what it is, Lane.
It's ballocks.
But they don't say balls. They say bullock.
Bull?
Like Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
So okay, Dave, I got a question for you real quick. We're discovering all of these planets. I see some that are discovered by E-Dog, some are discovered by Corpulus. How does it know which one? Is it the person that goes over top of the planet?
No. So at the moment, it's just your 3 names that it just cycles around again and again and
Oh,
again.
I see, okay.
For the Kickstarter ones, I'll get together all the Kickstarter names that people want used, and I'll make it so that I'll hash each name, and I'll use a hash of each name to make sure that people always get the same planet over and over again. So they will actually, if they see the same planet in the
Right.
future, they'll be like, "Oh, look, that's my planet."
Cool,
Yeah.
okay.
Dude, I think we're rocking.
I mean, we're
this.
doing pretty damn good.
Look at all those missiles. Get us the
Yeah.
fuck out of here. I don't got any shield for that.
Yeah, whoever the captain is just turned us around, and now there's an awful lot of bullets coming towards us.
Yes, yes, there is. Towards our back.
Holy shit. No!
Shoot us
Get
out
the
of
fuck
here!
outta here!
Shoot us out! Who
No!
can shoot us out?
I'll do it.
I put two warp jumps.
Look
in
at
his
how
face.
many
Jump as far as we can go.
freaking bullets are behind us. That's hilarious.
There we go. Repair drone is out. Repair
That
drone.
is awesome.
Keep jumping. Nice job. Whoever grabbed
Yeah,
that
that
warp
was
jump.
good. That was good. Just shoot behind us.
Next one's up. Who got the next one? Shield. Shit, we gotta jump. Jump. I'm going for it.
Good job. Oh my god. This is Hey, we're doing awesome. Keep it going.
Keep jumping.
For people on
Holy
stream,
shit,
they
we're
must have
jumping
just seen
into
that I
it
almost fell
now.
off the chair then.
Did you fall out of your chair?
I really did.
Is it because we're jumping too much?
No, I leaned back on my chair and the thing came
Where's our
right.
shields?
I'm jumping.
Right.
That's funny.
You guys have obviously found a way to abuse the jump system. Not intended strats right here.
Jump.
Jumping.
Well, you guys just made the game that much harder.
That's right.
Yeah.
Jump.
The cooldown on that thing's going to be like 5 minutes next
That's
time. you
good,
play.
yes. Excellent.
We don't have to.
Because now
Damn it,
all
I don't
the
have to-
the enemies
Jump.
are
Yeah.
are just just behind us.
Jump. We just-
There you go.
So Dave,
on when you can.
for the levels, are they
Oh
surviving a
my
certain
God,
amount of
look
time,
at this.
or defeating a certain amount of enemies?
Holy shit!
Holy
Damn! That's
At the
awesome.
moment, it was just survive as long as possible.
Alright.
Which that was actually the best I've ever seen done. Yeah.
Yes,
we did it.
we're the best.
I mean, not the most legitimate way, but man, there were a lot of enemies behind then.
That's awesome. I love it.
Wow, they just
So we take the name in the Kickstarter fund or famous. So that's a really good question, SD. If people want to, they'll Kickstarter will get a questionnaire form, and they'll be able to fill in. Obviously, names have to be suitable for all audiences. You know, it'll be a kids' game. While I enjoy like funny names and stuff, you can't have
Like
anything.
E-Dog.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. But you know,
Tits McGee would not be
if the
okay.
name's but I'm actually in favour of those kind of things because it's like that's really borderline, isn't it? But yeah, you know, if you want age ratings and stuff, you do have to be sensible over these kind of things.
Absolutely.
SD with the 200 bits. Thank you.
Hepexa says E-Dog's school teacher used to give him ice cream every day.
Thank you, SD, for those 200 biddies.
Isn't that what you said? You got ice cream every day?
Yeah.
Rose, how are you?
Your school?
I mean,
Wait, now wait a second. Your school teacher used to give you ice cream?
He said his
No,
teacher.
I used to make her scream.
Did we finish? Mr. Dave?
How'd you do that, E-Dog?
Well, she let me.
E-Dog, did you have any other trivia for Mr. Dave?
What about the news?
And swift topic change.
I mean, the E-Dog. Now wait a second. So what are you saying?
4 a.m. there. Let's be mindful.
Shiny things.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes. Hey, Mr. Dave, this was excellent. I am super excited to see where this goes.
Oh, thank you.
I am too. This looks
Yeah,
great.
it looks super cool. It looks.
Yeah, I've been really excited for showing people. You know, when you're working on a little project like this, it is really great to actually start getting it out, getting feedback. You know, good and bad feedback. You know, people want to be like, "Oh, I think you should have done something this way," and yeah, no, it's been really real pleasure to be with you guys.
Well, in every game, you're going to find a flaw. I mean, right now, I don't see a flaw in this at all. I like it. I
Yeah,
love
so far it's been
I
excellent.
love
yeah.
the concept. I love the teamwork you have to do. I don't see a complaint at all in this game. This is absolutely fun.
Yeah.
I think quick look at your website was the Ludum Dare 3.
You cut out for me at the end.
Yeah, he cut out for me too. What
I was just saying I took a look at your website and I was wondering if the Ludum Dare 34 one-man spaceship was the prototype for this.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay, so for everyone else, Ludum Dare is a game-making competition where
Yeah.
you're given 48 hours
48
to make a game and submit it. And they give you a topic at the start, and loads of people get involved making games, and they get rated at the end. So the theme for this one he's talking about was 2 buttons, I think. So you had to make a game with 2 buttons, and mine was a game where you controlled a spaceship using a just up and down, like a gear stick, like on a car. And it's a top-down spaceship game, so it is quite similar. I hadn't really seen the similarity until you've just mentioned it. So
Well, I only saw the thumbnail, so I your actual game.
I'm sure at the back of my mind, subconsciously, I took something from it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, I'm going to check out more of your website.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's loads of guides for game makers, other games I've done, other projects. Yeah, there's a
I
bunch.
got an error.
Try to beat my score on the Gladiator. No way.
Yeah. And smash out, yeah.
Well, Dave, thank you very much for showing us your game and coming here with us tonight.
thank
And
you.
it was a very fun time.
Lage, did you get to go on your little thing that you wanted to go on?
No, I mean, I think with the kind of the closing of this would be you know, being able to talk to you and see your game and something that you've worked so hard on, and then, you know, you coming on to something that us three have worked so hard on to do is an awesome thing, and I hope that you feel like we've been able to help you, and then we also feel like we've been able to help and all of that. So yeah, I think
I've enjoyed it as well.
I've been dreaming of doing this kind of stuff since I was younger and playing games way back in the day. This was always the thing that I wished to be able to do. So thank you for being a part of that with us.
I know. I knew I was going to have fun. We had a quick call about a week ago, and after that I was like, oh no, we're going to have loads of fun. It's going to be really entertaining.
Yes. Well, I know we've been super excited about it. I get way overly excited, and this was even more than I thought it was going to be. So thank you for coming on to the show and being with us and streaming with us, and hopefully we can get you some really cool content, but then also hopefully we can help you in the future. I mean, you know, this game looks super cool, and I can't wait to see what you do with it going forward.
I do have one complaint on this game.
Yeah. What? Only one?
One complaint.
No.
The name. It shouldn't be Undercrude. It should be E-Dog fucks you up.
Oh, E-Dog.
Damn it, E-Dog.
It was like so touching there.
Such a beautiful moment ruined by an American.
Well, I like Undercrude. I vote for Undercrude.
We can take your island out really quick, Iceman. Shut the hell up.
We got the button right here at Sandboxgang headquarters.
No, Dave. Awesome, Dave. Hey, I do have a question before this all ends. How did you come up with the name?
Oh, that's a really good question. So it's only had that name for a short period of time. Oh, so was I lagging then? Yeah, it's only had that name for a short period of time. I ran a poll on my Twitter. I'm quite active on Twitter, and the community voted for that. I put up a few names, and that was actually my favourite one. And the community voted for that as the name, and it fit really well. It's really good because it's quite unique and it explains the game. It makes you feel like a team of people that want to work together to get something done. So yeah, no, that's how the name came out.
It does, like running around with you feel like you're running around, you're Undercrude. You need more people on it. And that's a good name. I love it.
Yeah,
it's perfect. Yeah, I built that last ship there, and I wanted one more person, but just couldn't have it.
That's good.
Awesome.
Good.
Oh yeah, you've used one of my. I've only just tabbed back. You made a ship using one of my prototype designs.
I did, and I wanted a third or a fifth guy to run that middle section. I wanted two guys to run guns on the ends and one to run up and down the middle.
Excellent.
I'm into this ship design.
So
I don't think you need to check the time. Well, I guess you can, figure it out for yourself. Either you adjust the timer on those warp drives, or you limit you to one. Either way solves the problem.
Yeah. Also, in the future, you might actually have objectives. Like, you might have to get somewhere in a certain period of time, or you might have to defend a point. If you're defending a point, the warp drive's not going to help you. So maybe it was only overpowered because of the kind of game we're playing. Maybe if it's more objective focused, it's less abusable.
Exactly, and I think that's what those bosses, like we said, or like you said, when those bosses are sitting there and you have to take out certain points of them and everything, it'd be cool to be able to go around in a circle around them and boost yourself when you need to get out, because you're taking a lot of damage and stuff like that. That's super cool.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
Well, good luck, Mr. Dave, on the Kickstarter that ends in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think I've got 10 days left. Yeah,
10 days left. You heard it right there from Mr. Dave. Make sure you guys show him a big SBG love. I know some of you have already done it. That is awesome.